Greetings, Progressbarians, and welcome back to Progressbar95 News Series, the series where I talk about the latest news and teasers about Progressbar95. So, another new teaser for the 1.10 update came out. It's obviously not out yet, so if you haven't watched it, you can go watch it if you want me to talk about the teaser in full detail. And spoiler alert, basically, it's Progressbar PE, which is based on Windows CE. But anyways, let's move on to the new 1.10 teaser update. See, I just posted over the subreddit from uhhhhhhh. The title says, next major update, version 1.10, will add a new minigame, tiny game, to Progressbar95. The synchronization will allow you to sync your Progressbar PE and Progressbar computer to transfer data and unlock bin, achievements, calendar, and more. By the lore, your new Progressbar PE system is fresh. The Dev Diaries flare means that, you know, it's a sneak peek and the update is not fully out yet, if you didn't know. Here we have another video like the last teaser, and I'm gonna be explaining in detail about what's in this teaser. So right off the bat, here we are at the Progressbar PE device desktop thingy, which has a couple of buttons down here, like the power button and the other three. And here we have the device screen, you know, which is Progressbar PE, or the first version of Progressbar PE. So I'm not seeing what the other 4 versions of Progressbar PE look like. So all we get to see is Progressbar PE 1.0. But we'll get to see what the other versions look like once the update comes out. But anyways, here we have a new pause icon, or my menu icon, which looks a lot more like a compact computer from the 90s. On the first teaser of the 1.10 update, it looked different. It looked similar to what Progressbar95 had. It looked more like a phone. So now it's replaced with this, which makes sense. Anyways, back to the mini game the post said. Here we have this window, which is called Think, with an H, which I know a lot of people are gonna think, oh, that's a misspelling. I misspelled it. I quite misspelled the word sync. But actually, this spelling is an alternative spelling for the word sync without the H, you know, that everyone is used to. So yeah, I did not know that. Here we have this little image on the left here, kind of like what Windows 95 had on the setup. Here we have text which says, syncing. To fully unlock the potential of your device, you need to sync it with your Progressbar computer. Also, that's why these desktop icons have this little tiny icon next to them. You know, the bin over here. But anyways, let's go take a look at the gameplay. There's also music in here, but I lowered the volume down because it was too loud. But anyways, if you click on yes, you got this little cable in here. The sync minigame. Connect devices using the sync cable, and you know, you plug it in on the device. Boom, and then connect. Boom. Now we're in the gameplay. Collect segments to sync bin, calendar, achievements, etc. So, if you've been playing this game for the past like couple months or so, you would know that this is similar to the file copying minigame that was added a couple months ago back in the 1.09 update. The minigame is similar to this over here. So here we have the progress over here, which is where, you know, you can transfer all the data. Maybe you have stuff to transfer, like the system, the mail, achievements, calendar, and bin. And you have the estimated time left, which at the beginning of the level, it just randomly changes all the time. So you have 7 years, 4 years, 6 years, 10 years, constantly changes a lot. But once you get a segment, it becomes normal now. It doesn't become randomized. But also, you have this little animation here, you know, when you collect a segment, which looks cool. Again, it's similar to the file copy minigame. I don't have much to say, so avoid errors. Yeah, I think that's the whole point of the game. But yeah, similar to the other game mode that I talked about in the last video, the last teaser, the progress bar is very small. So instead of collecting like 20 segments, you need to collect 10 segments to fill the progress bar here. So yeah, and also the brightness changes over here. I don't know why. I think that might have something to do with the battery, which is also a feature that's exclusive in Progressbar PE, which I talked about in the last teaser where the battery drains after some time, and after the battery drains, you have to wait until it's done charging. So might be why the screen randomly changed the brightness. I don't know, but yeah, that's the mini game. It just ends. It ends like that. Boom. And okay, boom. Progress bar 95. Beta is coming soon. How soon, you may ask? Very soon. Very soon? Oh, hell yeah! So yeah, that's the end of this teaser. There's not much to talk about since, well, there isn't that much to talk about other than this minigame over here. But yeah, that's the end of this teaser, but that's not the end of this video because I want to talk about the battery, you know, the thing that's right there on the system tray. So as I mentioned last video, the other 1.10 teaser. Well, let me get it over here. Boom. There we go. I'm right here immediately. So yeah, back on the first teaser, there was this percentage in the boot menu, and I said along the lines of, I don't know what, there's a 71% over here. And guess what? iQuai responded over here, and he says the percentage at the Progressbar PE selection screen, 71% in the video, shows the percentage of battery charge. Each PE device are going to have their own battery. And don't worry, the battery drain rate won't be as fast as in the teaser. And thank you very much for the video. You're welcome, iQuai. But yeah, that's what the percentage is for. So yeah, now that is the end of this video. So yeah, this is so hype. It's so hype, you guys. Beta is coming very soon. How soon? I don't know. I'm going to end this video here. So thank you for watching and listening and doing all that stuff. And now I got to go do other things. Farewell.